Hello, what's up people? It's your boy fucking back again with another video. So I'm hoping everyone is having a good time. I'm having a good time too. And today we are going to talk about reality transurfing. Honestly, to be honest and to be very clear, and credit to be given to where credit is deserved. The person who introduced me to this concept is called Abel Rono. Hello. Thank you. My reality changed, and my perspective and my outlook of the real world changed as I got in touch with this material intimately. And thanks to you, and now I'm able to teach other people. But first of all, what is the reality transurfing? Toka kwa hii video, kama unawatch live stream sasa ama utawatch video baadaye, toka kwa hii live stream, just go and look for reality transurfing. For that same reason, I'll have to get a pen and a paper so that I will be able to show you some of the concepts and some of the words that you need to go and research. And what I'm going to talk about today, I'm going to read the text. I'm not going to do something new that has not been done before. And kama unaweza pata hii text, it is better you go and look at it by yourself, usome wewe mwenyewe. But today I felt like I'm going through it again. I needed to, because nishaisoma mara ya kwanza, but I'm not yet satisfied. I want all the information I want to stop being the person who's running, and I want to identify my identity with the skill, with the thing, with the learning yenyewe. I want to stop being the person who's running and be the runner. So I don't know if I'm making sense. I want to be the thing that is being done. So let me get a piece of paper where I'm going to show you. Don't worry. Because I found out that the way I was working, my back was hurting, and this table is too high. That is my alarm. So what I'm saying is that that is not important talking about my chairs and working. I just wanted to clarify. But let me tell you something. When we are having a discussion, when I'm presenting something to you, which is going to change your life to some point, I don't know if you are going to take this material seriously, but if you do, you will thank me later. And if you do, please subscribe down below, because this is the life-changing information you are going to get. You see, the last time we talked about the science of numerology, everything changed. Didn't it? Come on, watch your video, just go and watch it. Come and thank me later. This is where I give you information that most African people will never get. Like in Africa, we are so fixated about what is in the mainstream. What like about surviving. Kama mtu yuko kwa mainstream anataka aonekane social media. I'm not making these videos to get famous or something. I'm making it because I love the process, because while I'm learning right now. I'm actually going to through the material again. So I'm learning, but I'm making this video while I'm learning. But it is not that to make. I'm just documenting my life. But while I'm documenting my life, maybe watoto wangu wataangalia this information, maybe wajukuu wangu wataangalia, maybe my family members, they will need to look at this video so that they can get enlightened on how I got. I know that kuna a lot of pressures in zinafanyika, and I have a lot of time right now. That is why I'm going to use this time to do something good for the community. I'm going to give back to the community, and I hope this is going to be the most interesting video you're going to watch in your entire life, especially this year 2026. As we're going to get into that video, let me tell you what is reality transurfing. Don't get lost. So reality transurfing. This word is trademarked, so don't try to do anything with it. Reality, you know what is reality? Transurfing. Like as a person who's surfing through the waters. Now you reality transurf. It literally means the same thing. Just go to ChatGPT, go to Gemini, go to your search bar, go to your favorite search engine, look up the term. Come to me, because the material which is online, I don't think it is going to help you. I have a summarized material which has steps from step 1 to step 5, and I think it is going to help you. So comment down below if you want the full material. It is free of charge. We have to enlighten Africans. I'm a Pan-Africanist, but I'm a Pan-Africanist. I know that we support Africans, but these people, these white people, and these people have a lot of information, and we got to get all the information in the world in order to better ourselves as Africans. And I'm hoping that as I continue on with as I go into the reading of the material, I'm not a good reader, and I'm not a good speaker. You can hear my voice and my words are not that well articulated, but I'm hoping that someday from today, I'm going to be a better person, a better reader, a better speaker. I'll be able to speak publicly. I'll be able to go to seminars and go to meeting where we'll be able to have debates with other fellow reality transurfers. So let me set a timer. We will only be having 20 minutes. I think not 20 minutes. 20 minutes, is it 20 minutes enough? Is it 20 minutes enough? I think 20 minutes is enough. Is 20 minutes enough? You have to tell me 20 minutes is enough for you. Oh. So let me do a 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is enough for you. So, what is reality transurfing? I will start by reading the foreword. Dear reader, I love to read everything. I don't want to miss anything. Everyone wants their life to be comfortable. Okay, can I use this? Can I be able to use this? I'll be able to use the buttons, but they seem a little bit slow. I don't know why. Okay, so I think it is where it is okay. Everyone wants to live everyone wants their life to be comfortable, abundant, free of illness and chaos. And yet we often find that life has its own plans and can leave us feeling like a little. I'm feeling my mouth is so dry. This is because I hate coffee. Ooh. Can leave us. Okay, so. What the fuck? So everyone wants their life to be comfortable, abundant, free of illness and chaos. And yet we often find that life has its own plans and can leave us feeling like a little paper boat spinning around on life's turbulent waters. You may have tried all sorts of popular methods aimed at achieving happiness, but I wonder how effective you have found them if they conformed to the traditional worldview. This book introduces many strange and wonderful things. It is all mind-blowing. You might not want to believe it, but you will not have to believe it. The methods introduced here invite you to test everything out for yourself, and when you do, your current worldview will. I'm having trouble speaking. I feel like my tongue. Transurfing is a powerful technique aimed at giving you the power to create aspects of your life in a way that would ordinarily seem impossible. In a particular, transurfing will give you the power to control your own destiny as you see fit. I promise no miracles, and yet something greater than a miracle awaits you. You will discover that the hidden quality of reality is more extraordinary than any mystic tradition. There are many books available now on how to become successful, rich and happy. I know that you have read a lot of those books and they have not yet paid you what they promised, but this one is going to change your entire life. It is just a mindset. Don't expect something much. It's just a mindset. Just go and look. If you want to get the results, go and look for this thing. And if you want reality transfer, and if you want the materials I will give you, ukijisomea we mwenyewe na understand we mwenyewe, take your time. This is your perfect. But I'm just reading for my own sake. If you think there's a problem with that, you just say that I'll send you the materials. But let's continue on with those who are interested. There are many books available. There are many books available on how to become successful, rich, and happy. It is a tempting prospect for who wouldn't want to do these things. The problem is that when you start reading these self-help books, you discover that in order for a technique to work, you have to do certain exercises. Embark on some serious soul searching, meditate on straight away, your enthusiasm wanes. For most people, life is busy, stressful enough without having to add to the workload by giving yourself any more to do. The books will tell you that you are imperfect, that you will change, you will have to start with yourself, otherwise there's no point in hoping for anything more. You might not be entirely satisfied with yourself, but deep down you know that you do not really want to change, and neither should you change. Should you have to do it? Be careful. Okay, I'm adding in some words so that I can better understand. I'm leaving out some words. So I told you that if you want the full material, you can go to the comment down below. I'll send you the full material. So comment down below the material, and I will text you. I know how I will text you. Just comment down below. Ask for the material. Maybe I'll put it on the link. I'll put it on the link to my website. Okay, go to the description below. There's a link there to my website. You will find it on my website. So, you might not entirely be satisfied with yourself, but deep down you know that you don't really want to change, neither should you do that. Be careful to anyone who tells you that you are less than perfect. For how could anyone else possibly know you are what you are meant to be? If you are told that you must change yourself in order to achieve the things you want in life, the solutions is not where you are looking for. The main idea of transurfing is based upon the existence of alternative space which throws up the scripts of all possible events. The number of alternatives is infinite, just like the number of possible points on a coordinate graph is infinite. The alternative space is written everything that was, is, and or will ever be. Under certain conditions, a person's thoughts energy can materialize into a given sector of the alternative spaces. A potential alternative is embodied in a physical reality, like a reflection in the mirror of alternatives. The individual is capable of shaping their own reality as long as they observe their certain rules. The mind tries unsuccessfully to influence the reflection. Instead, you should change the image that is being reflected. So that is the main point of this reality transurfing. Reality transurfing, by the way, e concept thing in part. Like all of this information that I'm going to read or you're going to find on this text, it is not nothing new. It is something which is there, lakini venye tu imeorganize to just give you a mindset to kushinda. Unajua kuna a lot of information, you will find everything out there, but information iko scattered, na sahi kuna a lot of noise in the society, na kuna vitabu mingi, watu wanataka kuuza vitabu wapate do, but hakuna content wanapatiana. But if you get a book yenye na summarize imeleta hizo those concepts zote pamoja, inajaribu kupatia everything you ever need in just one book, reality transurfing is going to change your life. Okay, I'm not paid for this partnership, I'm not advertising for anything, but I would like if they would like to me to advertise them. But right now, other party donations do. I'm not making this to get views. I'm just making it to document my life, because I feel like I can be talking. Why am I explaining to you? So, in this book, we are not going to do exercises, meditate or obsess with yourself. Transurfing is not so much a method of self-improvement. It is fundamentally different way of thinking and behaving in order to get what you desire out of life. It implies exactly this: to get what you desire from life rather than having to fight for it. The method of transurfing is aimed at changing the self. It offers what the fuck? Mimi nimepotea. Mimi nimepotea. So, look at it. In this book we are not going to do exercises, meditate, or obsess with the self. Transurfing is so much, it's not so much a new method of self-improvement as a fundamentally different way of thinking and behaving in order to get what you desire out of life. It implies exactly this: to get what you desire from life rather than having to fight for it. The method of transurfing is not aimed at changing the self. It offers a way of returning to the self. We all make mistakes in life and then think how wonderful it would be if we could turn back the clock and put everything right. I'm not promising you a train ticket back to the childhood. That is funny. But mistakes can be put right, and doing so, it is a bit like returning to the past or even stepping forward into the past. The meaning of these words will become clearer towards stepping into the past. Stepping forward into the past. You see, you cannot change the past, but you can change your events right now in order to change the future. That is what they really mean. But the words will become clearer towards the end of this book. You will not have heard or read anywhere else the things that I'm going to tell you here. So be prepared for expected, as enjoyable, as surprising as it is going to be. So we have exactly 10 minutes to cut off the video. Hope you're going to get some useful information and useful material you can use in the real life and in your daily activities in order to better yourself. This is not self-improvement. These words are not new. This is just a new way, a new mindset of thinking about life. Chapter 1, the alternatives model. So dreams don't come true. The rustle of the morning stars. I was woken up by the neighbor's dog barking. The nasty animal was always waking me up. How I hate it. Why should I have to be woken up by the noise of someone else's pet? I decided to go out for a walk, calm down and distract myself from the intense desire to set fire to my neighbor's house. They say dogs are like they're honest. This one was. There always seemed to be some idiot in my life trying to get me down. Feeling stressed, I started to get dressed. Feeling stressed, I started getting dressed. My slippers had disappeared again. Where are you? You sneaky little buggers. When I find you, I will check you out. It was foggy and damp outside. I walked along the slippery path through the gloomy forest. Almost all the leaves had fallen, exposing the grey tracks of the half-dead trees. Why do I live in the middle of this depressing bog? I reached for a cigarette. I didn't really want one, but the whole habit told me I needed one. Me? At what point had I become addicted to cigarettes? It is not very pleasant smoking in the morning on an empty stomach. I used to be a social smoker. It had been fashionable, a symbol of freedom and style. But the party ends and the grey drizzle of life sets in, bringing it with the problems in the patches like the slimy paddles. This smoking addiction. You smoke each problem away several times as if you are saying to yourself, I will have this quick smoke, catch my breath, then launch myself back into the dreaded routine. The smoke got into my eyes, making them sting. So I placed my hands over them for a minute, like an upset child. I was so fed up with everything. As if reading thoughts, a bunch of branch bent and spitefully hit me hard on my forehead. Bastard! In my outrage, I broke the branch in half and threw it on the side. The branch got caught in the tree and bounced from side to side and sprang down like a jack in a box, as if mocking my inability to change any aspect of my world. Feeling very low, and I pushed on. Every time I tried, I'm just trying to read and get as much as I can cover in these singles. I'm remaining with 7 minutes. I don't follow punctuation, and I add in some words, I leave out some words. I'm just reading it the way I think I have to read it. Every time I try to battle with the world, it will at first yield, giving me that false hope. Only then come back at me with a hard slap. It is only in feelings that the hero sets off towards his goal, casting aside anything and everything that stands in his way. In reality, things are a bit different. Life is like a game of roulette. You win twice, even 3 times. You can imagine yourself a prize winner with the world at your feet, but always end up with less than you started. You are just the turkey fatted up to be roasted and devoured to the sounds of happy music and laughter. You are fooling yourself. It is not your lucky day. You made a mistake. Wallowing in dark thoughts, I arrived at the beach. Sharp waves were biting viciously at my sandy shore. The cold, damp sea breeze blew at me bitterly. Fat seagulls wandered the shoreline, lazily parking at the rotten waste. Their eyes carried a cold, black, empty look, as if they were reflecting the cold and antagonizing of the world around me. A tramp was collecting empty bottles on the beach. I wish he could disappear. I wanted to be alone, and he was walking towards me, probably wanting to scratch something. I decided to go home. Was there no peace anywhere? I was so tired. I realized the feeling of tiredness never left me, even when I was relaxing. At some point, I had started killing time, as if I was sitting out in a prison sentence. I was always waiting for things to change, for the next stage of my life to begin, where I will be different and be able to enjoy life. But that stage was always somewhere in the future. In the meantime, it was the same old drudgery. I kept waiting, but the better future remained as elusive as ever. I will return. I'm the worst reader you can never have. Watoto wangu mnaona venye nilikuwa nateseka. I was never bright in school. Msomeni be better kunishinda. I will return home. Mimi accent yenyewe imenishinda. Niko na accent nyingine najaribu kutoa kwa akili yangu. I will return home and be waiting and I will return home and do the same thing I always did. Eat a boring breakfast and then leave for the dull job, forcing myself to produce results which mattered to someone else but not me. It will be just another day of the same tiresome meaningless life. I was walking by the rustle of the morning stars. What a sad dream! It was as if I had returned to a period in my past. Thank goodness, it was only a dream. I stretched with the relief. Okay. So it was all a dream. So everything I've been talking about, it was all a dream. I was waking up by the rustle of the morning stars. What a sad dream! It was as if I had returned to a period in my past. Thank goodness, it was only a dream. I stretched with relief, with just like my cat does. There he was laying lazily, sprawled out. Only his ears giving any sign that he was aware of my presence. Get up, you whistle thing! You're coming with me for a walk. I had placed an order for a sunny day. I had placed an order for a sunny day and set off towards the sea. The path led through the forest, and the rustle of the morning stars gradually faded, giving away to the multi-voiced choir of the bird nation. Someone in the bushes was trying especially hard. Food. There he was with a little wretch. However, can such a little ball of fluff squawk so loudly? Only now did it occur to me that although every bird had a different voice, none were ever out of tune with the rest of the choir. They were always managed to produce some such graceful symphony. No orchestra, however sophisticated could be favorably compared. The sun stretched its rays between the trees, creating the magical backlighting that highlighted the voluminous depth and richness of the colors of the forest and transforming it into the miraculous hologram. The path led diligently towards the sea. The emerald waves exchanged whispering with the warm sea breeze. The shore seemed endless and empty, but I felt comfortable in the and the piece of the overpopulated world had created a secluded corner just for me. Some people believe the world is an illusion created by the mind, but I could not imagine having such an high opinion of myself that I could think all of this beauty was the product of my own consciousness. Still, feeling the effect of the oppressive dream, I had begun to reminisce about my former life, which had actually been as dull and gloomy as my dream. Like a lot of people, I had often demanded that the world give me all I felt it owed me, but in the response, it had returned its back on me in indifference. I was advised by others wiser and more experienced than myself not to give up, because the world doesn't give up that easily either. You have to fight for what you want. So I tried battling with the world, but I didn't get anywhere and ended up exhausted. My advisors had already answered for that too. You are the problem. Change yourself before you start demanding things to change in your life. So I battled with myself, but this turned out to be even harder than battling with the world. Then one day, I dreamed that I was in the nature reserve. The same reverse. I was in the nature reserve. In the dream I was surrounded by indescribable beauty. I was walking through the reserve and admiring the full wonder of it all, when I came across an angry old man with a grey beard who, as far as I could make it out, was a guardian of the reserve. He watched me in silence. I walked up to him, but as soon as I opened my mouth to speak, he cut across me. In a cold tone, he said that he didn't want to hear a word. He was tired of noisy and capricious visitors who were constantly displeased, always making demand and left mountains of rubbish after themselves. I nodded in sympathy and walked on. I was amazed by the unique beauty of the reserve and wondered why I hadn't visited it before. Enchanted, I continued to wander around, taking in the magnificence of all sights. No words could fully describe the perfection of the landscape. My mind went blank. The time is up. My mind went blank in stunned admiration. Soon the guardian appeared before me again. The austral look on his face had softened, and he beckoned for me to follow. We climbed to the top of the green hill. From there, the spectacular view of the picture square valley opened before us. I could make out some kind of village with toy houses decorated with plants and flowers like an illustration in a book of fairy tales. Had the scene before me appeared more real, I could have stood regarding it to be the light for some time. As it was, I started to suspect that such fabulous beauty was the stuff of my dreams and not real life. I turned to the guardian with a questioning look, but he just sneered his beard as if to say, "We are only just getting started." So I think that is the end of we are going to finish the video there. We have reached page 12. We haven't even started yet. But you're getting the point. I'm a bad reader, najua. Alafu limi yangu ni mzito. I have an accent. I can't pronounce some words poor. It depends nani ako in control. Kama ni Liam ako in control, ama Morgan, ama ni Evans, ama I don't know. Okay, nani ako in control? Prime. Kuna watu wengi wanaweza kaa in control. It depends. Lakini kama ni Liam ako in control, Liam anaongea kizungu man. Evans anakanga too curious. Morgan anakanga flirtatious as fuck. Ile anazongelesha watu siku nzima. Anakanga too charismatic. The end of the day, hope you learned something very beautiful and very useful for that 20 plus minutes that we have been together. I'm hoping you have a wonderful time. Peace out.